I'm Claudia Catania, and you're listening to Playing on Air. Hi, Playing on Air listeners. I'm Claudia Catania. Before our last episode of the spring 2020 season, I want to take a moment to thank you all. We've been blown away by the number of you who have joined us for the first time this season, alongside our stalwart regular listeners. One of the many joys of making theater is sharing it, and we can't do that without you. If you've been listening this season, then you know that we've been asking for donations to keep our artists employed, working and recording safely from home. Thank you to those of you who've already pitched in. For those who are right on the fence, now's a great time to give. Whatever amount of money you contribute will go directly toward paying our artists and staff to help us produce our fall season. Visit playingonair.org/donate to pitch in. Again, that's playingonair.org/donate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, on with the show. You are about to hear G.O.A.T by Ngozi Anyanwu, actor and playwright behind Off-Broadway's Good Grief and The Homecoming Queen. G.O.A.T is directed by Whitney White, a recipient of the Susan Stroman Directing Award and Artistic Associate at Roundabout Theater. It features Obie winner April Matthis, Denise Manning, and the playwright Ngozi Anyanwu herself. And now, G.O.A.T. We see three black women on a rooftop. They are dressed in sweats and holding athletic bags. They look like they mean business, or like they're about to rob a bank.
Rowena, rackets?
Check. Bonita, Gatorade?
Check, check. JJ, sage on hand?
Check. Oh.
Sage on hand?
Damn it.
You are not going to be the person who ruins it for us this year, are you?
Sorry.
Hey, don't beat yourself up.
Thank you. You know, it's just that I've been under a lot of pressure and it's made me a little absent-minded.
No. We don't have time to talk. Go get the sage. What?
You're being real extra right now.
You want her to win or not?
Girl, you heard her. Hurry up.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at you, doing the most.
I know it seems like I'm being harsh, but there's a method to my madness. Since we've started this, our girl has won everything. She just needs one more Grand Slam, and we are going to help get her to greatness.
Are you sure she didn't just train really hard and learn from her mistakes and just happen to be at the top of her game?
She's always at the top of her game.
I get that, but I just feel like this might be about something else.
This is about the game.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
What?
You just seem a little...
What?
On edge.
What do you mean on edge? Who's on edge? I'm not on edge. I'm fine. Are you sure you're not on edge?
I'm good.
I'm good too.
Cool.
You sure you good? Okay. I got the sage. Here we go.
What is that?
Oh, this? It's a picture of Drake.
I know what it is. Why do you have it?
Oh, I just thought...
You thought! Ha ha! You thought?
Okay, Angela Davis, can you calm down?
Did you see the picture?
I just thought...
You thought what? That light-skinned Canadian anchor around her neck would be what? A good omen? She got a man and a baby.
You know you can't just keep blaming...
Oh, I blame Drake. And you better not be crying. There's no crying in tennis.
Actually, there is.
What I need from you is unity right now.
Can I say something?
Proceed with caution.
I actually brought the pictures to burn. I printed out the ones from her more notable relationships, you know, in order to clear the path for her energy to rise into the greatness that it deserves, and to symbolize that she don't need no man to be great, because, you know, the patriarchy.
Why didn't you say so? I don't know about you slackers, but I think we're ready.
It is time.
We pray to you, the ghost of Arthur Ashe. We hope that you watch over us and our girl. We hope that you bestow this bodacious icon with all the magic that can be bestowed upon her. We want you to look over your thick-bodied progeny.
Harmony, nice.
Thanks, I've been practicing. Sorry.
We pray to you, Goddess Nike, that you let our girl get the Grand Slam, the U.S. Australian Open, so that these fools know she is the G to the O to the A to the T.
That was actually really calming.
Told you.
You know, I think this is gonna be the year.
Of course, this is going to be the year. Can't you feel it? Do you smell that?
I think so.
Good. What does it smell like?
It smells like shea butter.
Oh, that's me.
Focus. It smells like victory. Okay, we're almost done. Now, the sage and the ceremonious twerk. That's right. Get it, get it. Get it.
Wow, what you want? What you want? Some of this? Hey, what you want? Hey, you want some of that?
That's enough. I think we're close. Now, the ceremonious outfit unveiling.
Okay.
Really? With the heels?
What? My inspiration is from Serena's fashion era, where she discovered she was both a fierce model and dressed for the gods.
Okay, the court will allow. Well, I guess I'll go next.
Oh,
Nice!
I myself decided to go for peak Serena, sporty Serena, during both her Adidas and Nike phase. The Serena that cannot and will not be denied. Jay, what do you have for us?
okay. Let me just unwrap this hair. Ta-da! Wow. I know. I thought we could get back to classic Serena, you know? Hair and beads, confident yet young, when everything was simple. I could change.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You get it. You get it. Hug me now. That's what I'm talking about, people.
I can't breathe.
Okay. That's enough of that.
You good?
Yeah, I'm set and fine. Let's just do it, okay?
Okay.
All right. Last but not least, the Battle of the Grunts.
Bonita, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I've had a really long day.
You want to talk about
I
it?
just really want her to win, you know? I need a win. We need a win, you know?
Sure.
You want a Gatorade?
Yes, please.
The blue kind?
Yes, please.
You sure you don't want to talk about whatever's going on with you? Then, what do you want to do?
This is good.
Do you want to at least hear the game?
I'm too nervous.
I know, but How can we celebrate her royal dopeness if we don't know how she crushed the likes of whatever infidel was brought before her, right? Right, Jay?
Right. I mean, remember when she definitively won against Sharapova?
Which time?
Good one.
Well, I'm sure that's how she's doing right now, but we can't celebrate if we don't know.
But I don't want to jinx her.
Are you kidding me? Look at me. We got that black girl magic.
Hey, if that ain't a word.
Okay. Okay, turn it on.
She's just one volley away here, folks, from making history. And she's done it, folks. The Australian Open, the French Open, the Indian Wells, and now the U.S. Open. She is the greatest of all.
She's the G.O.A.T. Hey, G.O.A.T.
Hey, G. Oh,
A-T. Hey, G.O.A.T.
Hey, G.
G to the O to the A to the T. Hey, G to the O to the A.
There she is.
G to the O to the A to the T to the G to the O to the A to the T to the go 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 go.
You just heard G.O.A.T. by Ngozi Anyanwu, directed by Whitney White and featuring April Matthis as Bonita, Denise Manning as Jay, and Ngozi Anyanwu, its playwright, as Ro. It's great to have you all here. Thank you, thank you. And first of all, for those who don't know what G.O.A.T. means or stands for, what does it mean?
Greatest of all time.
Yay. Ngozi,
Yes, that's me.
you're a playwright and an actor. Whitney White, you're not only a director, you're also an actor and a musician. Denise Manning, you're an actor, a comic, a musician, a singer. April, you're an actor and a writer. So is it just that I'm sitting among 4 Wonder Women, or do you think this two and three-pronged approach to a theater career suggests something else?
Making your own work, eh?
Yeah, I think it's necessity. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like that's sort of how I always started. Like, I started as an actor, but I've always written stuff here and there and always created stuff when I was bored or when I felt like I saw something that wasn't what I was interested in. So I was kind of like, let me see if I can take a crack at it, you know? So I feel like it's actually naturally what most performers are. And I feel like everyone's got a multi-hyphen in them.
100%. It's just different ways to express the same core. Because I feel like they all come from the same source, but I can get paid for them in different ways. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, streams of income.
And when you're writing and doing other things, you don't have to sit and wait for the phone to ring. You can just get up and get going. So I think that's really empowering.
Whitney White, as the director of G.O.A.T., you knew you would only have a few hours to tape Ngozi short. Given the limited time, what did you think was the most important thing to get across?
Just to get the women sounding and vibing like they love each other and they're here for this ritual for a reason and they have power and they have fun, just to make it sound alive. Ngozi's writing is really gorgeous, so I just wanted to be able to close my eyes and hear some Black women living together in a moment.
Ngozi, anything particular compel you to write this story about these 3 women and their ritual in service to their idol?
Sure. I was originally commissioned a few years ago by this short play festival that was going on in Flushing, Queens. And the theme was Flushing, Queens. And so I don't know anything about Flushing, Queens, but when I think of Flushing, Queens specifically, I think of the U.S. Open. I think of U.S. Open, I think of Serena Williams for me. So it was more like, okay, like what would happen if we made like a female tailgating party for Serena Williams? And then I'm like, what if they're all Black girls? And then we just don't do anything the same way that anyone does anything, right? So it's not going to be like beers, like a football game. It's going to be like some wine and some twerking and some chanting and some sage and some ritual, you know? And how is it that we can sort of gather and put out good vibes for Serena? What's the way that we would do it specifically? Yeah.
So Serena, in a sense, has been an idol of yours.
Yeah, I mean, all the Black women who are doing the awesome things, you know.
Yes.
I don't think I'm really actually into tennis. I'm into Serena Williams, you know. And I think also as an athletic woman, as a dark woman, as someone who's also ambitious, she is very much a beacon of like, okay, she's doing it, you know, or like, why are you yelling at her? Or let her be great. Yeah. You know, I think she's just someone that I think that a lot of people see her and see themselves in her in a lot of ways. So yeah, she's someone that has always been just a bit of a beacon and of like, okay, she's doing good, we're doing good.
Yeah. April and Denise, you had to find your Bonita, April, and your J, Denise, fast. Was there any detail in the script that unlocked who your character was for you?
Just tapping into Jay's quirky, like, childlike joy about doing this thing she's super serious about. I feel that way in life, you know, of like, oh my God, I'm a golden retriever. Like, I'm excited to be here. Everyone, I love all of them. Oh my goodness, like, look at that shiny thing, you know? And then having people try to be like, okay, how do we make this a thing, though, for other people to understand? So I just relate to that. Yeah.
I think it's the specificity of we need all these things, and there are certain steps, and they must not be violated. You cannot forget one thing. You cannot break the code. You cannot talk too long about the wrong thing. That kind of like super precision is something that I understand and was kind of my way in.
And there's a lot on the line. Why would you say superstition has such a fierce hold, particularly on sports fans? And I find it in the theater, too. So I was just wondering what you all had to say about that.
Well, it's funny, you know, ritual is key on human participation and repetition. And theater is a very repetitive thing. You go in, you put your makeup on, you go on stage, you do the thing. We have all these things we say, break legs. You're not allowed to say the Scottish play. There's all these things we do. And I think that, you know, superstition, if you want to call it that, or rather kind of repetitive ritual gestures are based on tradition. And it's like how people invoke power when they want something to go well, you know, making the sign of the cross, saying a prayer. So as it's expressed by this brilliant writer in this short piece, these women have created their own ritual that is a real thing for them and gives them power and makes them feel connected to an icon that also empowers them further. So it's like in the theater, we do our things to make ourselves feel empowered because it's a scary business. You know, you get out there and you bear it all. So you do need to armor yourself with what you can, which is what I think faith allows you to do.
It's like a way of staying a tribal people who have teams that they want to go, you know, like for tennis, it's such a solo thing, but for just a lot of sports, you know, like I wasn't super into sports. I was a bench warmer on every sport, but I loved homecoming. It brought people together. It's like even people that like you don't really talk to in school, like they'll see you at the game. If your school was really great, it was the one time that everybody like got along in the stands, willing and hoping for everybody to make that touchdown or that basket or that home run, you know? And so it really actually is a source of bringing people together.
And seeing yourself win, you know? Because when I see Serena and she wins, I'm like, we did it. Like, I'm rooting for everybody Black. It also, like, seeing that makes you reaffirm it in yourself, you know?
Right. When these three friends take off their sweats, they reveal their personal incarnation of Serena. What does Bonita mean when she tells Jay, who's wearing the beaded hair phase, young Serena outfit, you get it. You get it.
For me, that felt like, really like, that's always who she is. I mean, it was a commercial where I first saw the footage, but like the dad talking to them, and it's like, and here's what you're going to do when you're at Wimbledon or the U.S. Open or whatever it was. And them actually going there and winning stuff.
As teenagers.
There, you know, like the kind of speaking things into existence. And I feel like in that understanding of we are her, she is us, she is always that little girl. And so that's for all the little young Black girls looking at her being like, me too, me too. and this apprentice to our Serena coven here
I love that.
is she is actually quite wise.
Yeah.
She seems to know more than Drake. What?
Right.
No, I want to burn Drake. Oh, okay.
Right.
All right. I have misjudged you, you know.
It's like when someone is like, I'm a fan of old school music, and they're like, okay, who's your favorite band? And then you say like Earth, Wind, Fire, they're like, like it's like, like you get it.
Yeah.
It's a different level. Like, you're not a new bandwagon fan. No, you've been here since the top.
Right. And to go through the extremity. The extremity of putting on, because if you think of classic Venus and Serena.
Oh, those beats.
They were the beats. And that takes a long time. So it's also just the like
commitment.
You did that to your hair like earlier today.
Yeah, you sat in your chair overnight.
It deserves respect.
Yeah.
It deserves respect.
And what does Black Girl Magic mean to you?
Do we have how many hours?
I know. You want to start?
Mike.
Okay.
Do we have all day infinity?
You want to start?
I just think it's when we get together and there's an understanding and there's just something that is unspeakable actually about it. That is just like when I'm in a room with Black women, actually whether we get along or not, I think there's like, seriously, there is actually just like there's a respect and there's just something else. And sometimes I'm in a moment where I'm like, why do I feel so? Oh, because there are nothing but Black women in this room. Okay, that's why I'm feeling good. That's why I'm like feeling easy today. So there's just something about it, I grew up with a lot of Black women. Like my house is mostly women in my house. I'm one of 4 sisters. My dad is the youngest of many sisters. My mom has 4 other aunties that I was raised by. So I just very much, there was not necessarily a cool catchphrase when I was growing up.
No.
But I'll take Black Girl Magic. I'll take it. I'll take that because I'm like, we just know it when we see it.
Mm-hmm. I think that was really beautifully put.
Yeah.
I mean, the term just means empowerment to me. It's acknowledgement of a power. It's acknowledgement of a special power. And it's really uplifting. I'm happy we have the term now.
Yeah. Black Girl Magic to me is like when you see another Black woman on the sidewalk and you see something crazy and you look her dead in her soul and she just gives you the sis, me too.
I see it.
And it's like, it's a sixth sense. We all see the same things, but we don't just see them, we feel them. And that's what Black Girl Magic is. That, hey girl, you see that? Yeah, I saw that. All right, have a good day. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Well, you 4 are unbelievable. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You've been listening to Playing on Air, Great American Short Plays with Great American Actors. Associate producer, Michelle O'Brien. Literary manager, Bonnie Antosh. Literary assistant, Aditya Pratama. Marketing and communications manager, Shelley Horwitz. Theme music, Tom Cochan. Play music, Jeremy Lloyd of Marion Hill and Clear Eyes. Recording and sound design, John Kilgore. Audio editing, Julia Melfi. Playing on Air is distributed by PRX, Public Radio Exchange. For Playing on Air, I'm your host, Claudia Catania. Thanks for listening.